And the other question that I was asked was, well, what should I do? Well, I think I pretty much made it clear what I believe you should do, and that's to get a percentage, at least a percentage of your assets outside of the credit system as soon as possible. Um, Gold and silver have no counterparty risk, and this is why nearly every central bank of the world holds a large reserve of gold as an asset on their balance sheet. And that's because, well, they used to settle trade with different nations with the payment of gold, so that nobody owed anybody. They just exchanged gold between themselves. Now they hold it as a insurance policy against the credit risk of the currency reserves that they hold. So when they trade with a partner, they get in exchange for reserve. If they don't buy, like if they don't have an even trading account where they sell more than they actually buy back from them, then they have a surplus of currency. And that's basically an IOU of whatever central bank issued it. So there's counterparty risk there. So they hold millions of ounces, I think nearly 1 billion ounces total, in reserves to protect themselves against any loss from the credit risk of the currencies that they hold. And if each of the central banks of the world do this, then why don't you? You need to become your own central bank. You need to not do what they tell you to do. You need to do what they're doing as well. And this would be at least a percentage of your assets. Of course, I believe at this time it's probably a good idea to have a larger percentage of your assets or be more exposed to the precious metals market than at any other point in history, because we're on the cusp of a change. But if the central banks of the world hold it, then my question to you is, why don't you? Let me know what you think.